Alright guys, hope you're having a good week so far. I guess this is Friday. I hope you have had a good week. But so after the silly not unboxing on Wednesday, I figured let's go ahead and finish this guy up, get it built, and we'll look at this new RYUSEI Go version of the frame. Shiden is, of course, the personal mobile suit of Mr. Shino, one of our favorite characters from IBO. And this was actually a really nice, cool, like, commander version of the Shiden. It is pretty neat. You know, it's something we didn't get otherwise. But I like the fact, and this is funny, I figured this would be artwork. It's not. It's actually a drawing or a image of the kit. Because you can see here, you've got the gap in the arm, and you've also got the wrist peg. So this is actually a stylized image of the actual kit. That's the first time I've ever seen that. And then they did the exploding stuff in the background. But yay. But this is one of my favorite versions of the Shiden. And of course, because it's Shino's, it has to be pink or salmon, whatever color this technically is. And that is, of course, reflected in the P-BANDAI-ness of the box. So great image, of course, of the Shiden. Things exploding. You know, IO frame, Shiden custom RYUSEI Go. So many things. IBO label here. Bandai 2016. It sucks that we didn't get this physically in 2016 so that I could actually, you know, put this on the best and worst list, which would have probably been higher than the standard Shiden. But, you know, who knows. Bandai logo, Shino, stuff. Come to the side. It says all the same stuff that it would say on the other side. Come to this side. It, of course, is a copy of the thing. BandaiHobby.net. Come to this side, and you've got IO frame Shiden RYUSEI Go, as usual. And you got your little warnings there. The 3-year-olds should not stick Shino in their face. That sounded terrible. I'm sorry. And there's some other warnings here. Who cares? Little guy with the toilet. I don't care that it says polybag. You've got PSPE. Yay for that. ST. Woohoo. Choking hazards. Yeah. Not for children under 3. Makes children 0 to 3 cry. We don't want that. Actually, I think that says it shouldn't make them cry. It's a weird conflicting thing. What does it say? Boxing for delivery purposes only. Exchange your question about this. Oh, that's funny. I've never read that. That's cool. All right, and we got 1,200 yen. 1,200 yen. You're cute. You're very cute. Of course, it's not 1,200 yen because this is America, and you get ridiculous markup on P-BANDAI. Still not a ridiculous price, but way too much for a simple HG like this. But you know, can't hold it too much again. I can't hold it against the kit. It's just the secondary market we get for the P-BANDAIs. Is what it is, guys. I'm not going to complain about it too much, but I am going to go ahead and build this guy because RYUSEI Go Shiden. And the Shiden is such an easy build, guys. It's so great. Get it. If you don't have a Shiden, get like 5. I need more so I can troop build. I also need to build Orgus Custom, which you only basically need that one face mask for. Thank you, dump truck, for going by right now. And it would be cool if I could get another one of these to actually make the ride and go. Maybe we'll actually get a ride and go. Maybe they'll show that at Shizuoka. I'm hoping. I will definitely buy a ride and go, the yellow version of this. But let's go ahead and get to that build montage. It's so good. Don't you love the build montage, guys? All right, let's go. That was a really easy build, guys. Like, if you haven't built a Shiden, as I was saying before, it's a super quick build. It's actually faster than a Gray's, faster than any of the other grunt suits from the series. And I don't care. It's just a great kit. I love the fact you get a unique frame to it. It's not just recycling a Gundam or Gray's or whatever frame, like, say, maybe the Region Lays does, where it's like 90% Gray's on the inside. This thing is awesome. And you gotta love the color. Like, just Shino had his own sense of style. Call it what you will, say whatever you will about him and his personality. It's just great. You know, he had to have his Ryusei Go. He had to have his Crimson Comet or whatever that actually means. I could look it up. I don't care. And then this is, of course, the Ryusei Go, or the Sundaime Ryusei Go. So the third Ryusei Go. And people were wondering, what was the first one? Because obviously the first Ryusei Go that we saw was the custom Grays, or the Grays Kai. You know, this guy that wants to fall over now. So we saw this one. This is technically the second one. So this is Ryusei Go 2, this is Ryusei Go 3, because we also know that down the line, Floros is his Ryusei Go 4, because as long as he's throwing this paint job on it. So I guess, realistically, the very first one that was his Ryusei Go was his mobile worker. I'm eventually going to make one. I have to get one of those original mobile workers again and repaint it in these colors, because that's the way it should be. But yeah, so this is, of course, the difference between the Shiden and, I'm sorry, the Grays in the Shiden. And yeah, obvious major differences in pretty much everything except for the color. Though this is probably got a tiny bit more red in it. This is a little bit brighter, slightly brighter color than that. Also, this has darker frame because of the way I painted it. This is the weird purple gray color frame. But I do love it. I love both of these things. You guys know I love me some Grazes. I want to do a Shiden custom eventually, so I will need to get a couple of those. And like I said, I need to do Orga's Shiden, and if I can get a Ride and Go. I don't want to have to pay $35 for this again just to repaint it. Hopefully they can just give us the expansion, because the only real difference in here, I'll bring out a normal Shiden now. The only difference physically between the two kits is these add-on shoulder bits and the head fin, the commander fin. Only differences. Everything else is exactly the same, just different colored armor. And I will say that my Shiden's hips have gotten real loose in the last few months since I built it. He just flops about, so I need to tighten up those joints a little. But at least the way he's standing, he's taller, not just because of the head fin. This one's hunched over a little bit. Now, there's a massive difference between this one, and it's the lack of this ginormous shield. Now, if he had come with the ginormous shield, I'd say maybe that the extra price is still worth it, because you get this big of a hunk of plastic, you know. So that's the one object this thing did not come with. The extra parts, of course, the shoulders and the head fin were added to the mold. That's the only difference. Now, would it have been awesome if they just gave us that with this guy and let us make our own Ryusei Go down the line? Sure. And then want to charge us for it? Okay. Just charge us for a recolor. I'd be perfectly fine with that. But you guys can see they're identical for the most part. No real big difference. Obviously, he's standing shorter than the new guy, but that's okay. And I did what I could to match up things like silver paint, stuff like that. I didn't do a perfect job. So he's got some silver paint right here on the side of the head. I did the same thing over here on Ryusei Go. Why is it having focus problems? Focus! Focus! There we go. Same thing with the inner little rods there. I added a little bit of silver, stuff like that. I only missed a couple places, but there's no big difference. I put the little arm shield here on this arm, where of course I have it on that arm on this guy, because the big shield gets held in the left hand. The baton weapon, the big bat, I forgot what they call that thing. The big cricket bat looking thing that extends, exactly the same. It mounts exactly the same. Thrusters are exactly the same. There's no difference between these guys at all, except for the color. But I do love this kit. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the things that are different. So we'll look at the head first and foremost. Extend your arm, buddy. So you do get the extra stickers to make this Ryusei Go. So you get the teeth, quote unquote. It always looked weird on this one versus a different one. And then you get the eye there, which is very different from the original Ryusei Go's eye. That was very shark-like. This is, I don't know exactly what he's going for, but it almost looks like a last-minute deal. And of course, you can raise the visor, and he does have the standard triangular eye there. And you do get the commander fin up here that literally just plugs into the back of the head. You know, you could take that off, put it on any of the ones you want. Maybe even, I don't know, copy a mold of it and produce it yourself out of resin or something and put it on other kits. And then, you know, painted the tip there white instead of using the stickers, because I hate those wraparound stickers. These extra booster bits here, I don't know if these come off of another kit or something, but it annoys me. And also that annoys me. Now, I've had problems with these shoulders for some strange reason. The armor just likes to pop off real easy. And I did actually glue these together because they felt a little bit loose. So I might need to go through and sand it down just a little bit. Okay, see, this is one problem with this. Just, it's hard to stick that back on. There it goes. Ah, knocked his visor off. Where'd they go? There it is. So this is the only real difference right here. The visor with the horn, stuff like that. That's the only difference with the Orgas Shiden and stuff like that. That never got a name. It needed a name. So Shiden Itsuka or something, you know. So yeah, this is the new part. It's just two pieces? No, one piece. This is all just one piece. And then the thruster aimed or slapped in there like that. It does just plug in to that gap on the side of the arm. So that's the same on any Shiden. It has this gap here. It almost looks like something extra can plug in there. Maybe that's for another future deal. Like that's something else that needs to get added on for maybe, I don't know, ride and go? I don't know. I also can't recall, I'll have to look at the images, but I think that Orgas doesn't have modified shoulders. Orgas might just have the standard Shiden shoulders, and there did it again. It actually takes a good amount of force to plug that booster pack in there. So I guess that both makes him a little bit more better. You know, because it's the same deal on the Gray Sky. He added these shoulders. Those didn't exist before. You know, he wanted that extra maneuverability, so that's what he do. So, you know, we love Shino. We love his abilities. His personality was massively infectious. He's such a good character, and, you know, just... We all know what happened by this point. No spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it, IBO. And please, no spoilers down below if you want to discuss it for people who haven't. But you guys know, you know the ultimate fate of Shino. You know what happened in the end. But this kit is great. I do love it. I'm not going to bother with articulation and stuff because you've seen it. It's all the same. But this is so great. I love this kit. If you can get it for non-American P-BANDAI prices, by all means. It's a great kit. It looks awesome. If you just want to try to repaint your normal sheet in these colors, by all means, try to find the proper salmon-y, pinky color and go for it. And you'll at least have an extra shield. Though these need to exist. They need that as an add-on kit. If there's no more option part sets, that needs to be part of it so you can complete this. And speaking of option part sets, hopefully, oh, I have an order coming very soon. If it doesn't come in already by the time this video launches. That will allow me to start doing modifications to previous suits, you know, so we can have the Scharfrichter, we can have the Landman Roadie, stuff like that. Hopefully, those option part sets come in pretty quick. But that has nothing to do with this guy. This guy's just awesome on his own. And yeah, this is kind of a quick review, guys. When we're reviewing these kits over and over and over, and they're the same repaints and stuff like that, it's fine. We're going to do the same thing when we get to McGillis's Gray's Ritter, which will be soon, hopefully. Because it's just a Gray's Ritter, we've seen it before, but it's so cool looking. And as of making this video, it hasn't arrived yet, but it is on its way. My Eox Region Lace is on its way, so I can have the Morons suit. So my other P-BANDAI IBO kit. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Stick around, because I believe next we are doing the next RYUSEI Go. Probably one of the coolest Gundams from this series, and that's what we're going to work on. So I'll catch you guys next week. Stick around for Master Grade Monday as we continue down the Gundam Wing path. Have a great weekend, guys. Remember, as always, keep on building.